So, I haven't done this in a while. I've just put my meal prep through. It's fucking blasting hot right now. So I'm gonna let it cool down and I'm gonna yap a little bit, catch up on some things. And just start some things off. I started powerlifting. Powerlifting training. I started powerlifting. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, I'm not doing a meet, but I really wanted to hit my 3-plate bench. And then what I figured out happening is I fucking hate benching. So I stopped. I'm stopping because I feel fucking horrible when I bench. Like, it's so boring. I get to, like, once upon a time, going and hitting chest was like, yeah, we can hit fucking chest day, and like, let's fucking snort pre-workout. But now it's like, oh my God, I have to bench for 10 sets, right? So stop doing that. I'm just gonna train normally now, just to bring back that love. Honestly, to say give up on my 3-plate bench, it's pretty big language, but I'm definitely taking it on the back pedal. I want to enjoy training again. I want to focus on my muscle building. My diet's been pretty good lately. I've been hitting my calories, been getting my vitamins, been getting my protein, etc. So I want to kind of maximize off that. And even calling it powerlifting is a bit of a stretch. I probably only benched. Like, I think I deadlifted it once, but it was basically just a bench press day, pull legs, rest, bench press, because, you get the point. It was boring. It is boring. So I want to be able to enjoy hitting chest again, right? So we're going to hit a push workout, not an upper push tonight. It's 8:30 at the moment. Probably by the time I start training, it'll be 9:30. But yeah, so uni started, and I want to kill this shit sucks. Fucking hate uni. But we push through, we soldier through, whatever. But training's been a bit weird. I'm training at weird times. This is like, training at this time is like a diamond in the rough. Like, I've been training at night and for like ever. I'm back to normal training. I'm eating perfectly fine. I kind of was gonna do 75 days hard, just like my own version of it. Mostly because a lot of the stuff that 75 days hard is like, a lot of the rules are really, like, you're drinking a lot of water, like, especially that water thing. Like, you're drinking a lot of water. You probably don't need that much water. But so I tweaked a couple of things, but I kind of started on it, and don't get me wrong, I'm still sticking to it, and it's helping a lot with letting me stick to my diet and whatnot. I'm not really following it like strictly. It was kind of a kick up the ass to start dieting again, start tracking my weight again, training hard, started doing cardio. I know it's unheard of, right? I can feel the muscle melting off. But other than that, everything's been going well, and I'm excited to hit this workout and film it for like the first time this year. It's been like 4 fucking months, so. Chest day, push day is just gonna be a normal push day. Now, I haven't hit an incline press in fuck knows how long, because when I bench, I do 8 sets of bench minimum, and then I'm expected to go and do fucking incline after that, and that's like, yeah, nah, I'm okay, thanks, right? So I haven't touched incline, basically. But I'm excited to hit an incline, but yeah, I don't know how much steroids you need to be perked up on to do 8 sets of bench press and then go do 5 sets of fucking incline. But moral of the story is I'm excited to incline. I probably will only be inclining because fuck bench. Anyways, we're going to continue it on like it normally has. We've got a tricep movement. I've been doing 2 accessories, if you want to call it that. Just 2 sets of a shoulder, of incline, not an incline, a shoulder raise, a lat raise, side lat raise, and then I've been doing 2 sets of just a push down. At that point, your triceps were cooked after 8 sets of bench, so you're pretty much good. But I think what I'll do is I'll look into a pressing movement just to introduce some is it lateral head, some of the lateral head into my tricep work. But other than that, it's gonna be just a normal extension for the tricep. And then also for shoulders, I'll probably only do a side lateral raise, and also a rear deltoid raise or fly. But other than that, it's a pretty simple chest push day. 5 exercises. We're going back to how I used to do it. And it feels good too. Obviously I haven't done it yet, but I'm excited to go and do what I used to do instead of having to show up to the gym and wanting to kill myself because I have to put myself on the bench and press the fucking bar up 78 million times just for it to be a fucking middest pump ever, you know? So I'm excited. I think I'm down about half a bottle of honey. I obviously can't have an energy drink this late. I could, but I'm not gonna. So the sheer amount of carbs I consumed from the honey will have to do. But other than that, I'm finally excited to hit a proper lift and not have to dread benching. So I'll see you in the gym. And then after the gym, I'll see you back at the house where I'm gonna cook up a storm. But yeah, other than that, we're all good.
Distant flickering, screen of scenery, this weather's bringing it all back again. Great adventures, faces in condensation, I'm going outside to take it all in. You say too late to start, got your heart in a headlock. You know you're better than this. We're a different pair, do something out of step. Throw a stranger an unexpected smile. With big intention, still posted at your station. Always on about the day it should have fly. You said too late to start, got your heart in a headlock. I don't believe any of it. You said too late to start with your heart in a headlock. You know you're better than this. Afraid to start, got your heart in a headlock. I don't believe any of it. You said too late to start with your heart in a headlock. You know you're better than this. Been working, you've been hiding, and you know.
All right. I am back from the gym, and it was a good pump. Let's start here. Let's start there. It was good. I actually enjoyed working out again because I didn't have to worry about benching, and I could just have fun, incline. Now, I did say in the car, I was gonna do a close grip push movement, but I did go to do it on the Smith machine, and for some reason the Smith machine doesn't go past like here, and I want to get it like all the way down here, so I just canned it. I ended up just doing overhead instead. But other than that, it was pretty good. Most enjoyed. Pump was awesome. Be better if I had a bit of some sort of pump product in me, but for the most part, that was pretty good. Now, I usually have this shake before I go to work. I just like make it 10 minutes before I start work, take it with me in a shaker cup, and I drink it at work. That's mostly because I work at night. I'm not working, obviously. But when I do work at night, I've got like 6 hours from like 5 to 11 where I just don't eat. And the general rule of thumb, especially when you're bulking, is 2 to 3 hours, set an alarm on your phone. Once that goes off, eat. It needs to be something, but you need to eat, right? Obviously, it's not like an actual official rule. It's just a rule I've made up. It seems to work for me. Depending on the meal you had, 2 hours seems to be when you start to feel a little bit hungry again. Obviously, you're not going to be super hungry because, well, you know, that's just how it works. You're bulking, dude. You're not going to be hungry ever. You're going to be bloated at all times. And you're going to look fat and you're going to look like you have a baby. But at the end of the day, it's all about the muscle growth. You could hop on steroids and you could do all this thing and you could get on MK and you could look like an absolute Greek god at the age of 15, or you can do it the fair way and you can slowly want to kill yourself because you're doing it at the rate of a snail in comparison to jumping on steroids and doing it in 2 weeks. Anyways, this is the equivalent of steroids, so it doesn't matter. I start with milk Actually, let's start with the banana. I don't actually have a banana, a fresh banana at least. But I have a frozen banana, so that's gonna do. I normally chuck 1 banana in there. Doesn't really matter how big it is, how much it weighs, whatever, it's a banana. Normally this sits around 100 calories just for the 1 banana, depending on how big it is. If you have like a smaller one, it's probably pushing about 70, 80 calories. But if you get a bigger one, about 100 calories. Now, chuck on the scale and pour on in somewhere between 400 to 500 milliliters of milk. Now, one thing I don't do with my bulking shake is I don't put like oats or anything like that. I absolutely hate when the consistency of a protein shake is like sloppy as fuck. That shit is disgusting. And it's all chalky from the oats. Like, I get that you can blend the oats first, make it an oat flour, then chuck it in. But like, it still tastes like shit. So I don't have it. And you can get away with not having it in here. Yeah, sure, you can chuck in a cup of oats or whatever, or however much oats you put in. Bump up the calories by about 200, but I choose not to, mostly because I want to enjoy this and, well, not enjoy it per se, but not want to throw up when I have it. Like, this is like horrible, but it's not like, damn, this shit tastes like chalk. After that, I have olive oil. This is like a staple to any skinny dude's bulking diet. I would take a bottle of this to school with me and use it as a water bottle. But the shit is like liquid fucking calories. So we're gonna start and just chuck in a solid like 4 seconds of whatever the hell that is. Now try and aim for about 20 grams, which is a lot. But 20, 25 grams, which is a lot. Honestly, normally you shoot for about a tablespoon. That's approximately 100 calories. But I got to kind of compensate for not having oats in it. So I do add a little bit more. It doesn't really bother me. I don't mind like the consistency it gives it. It's just a little bit of a thicker consistency. Not anywhere as thick as fucking oats, but that doesn't matter. Peanut butter. Come on. Do I even need to explain myself? I'm gonna do a fucking fat wad. Now you can do Nutella if you want, but I like peanut butter. So I'm just gonna get a fat wad in there. Jesus. All right, so I normally add about like a serving or two. Now a serving is 30 grams off the top of my head. Yeah. So a serving is 30 grams. That aims for about 150 calories. I normally do 2 just to chuck in 300. And I really like peanut butter, so I don't really care. I put in probably about too much. So, well, now, we're not eating to be healthy, we're eating to look good. So at the end of the day, who cares if I die at the age of 40 from fucking eating too much peanut butter? Anyways, the important shit. Protein powder. I'm not gonna sit around and say that, my mouth is really dry. Give me a second. I'm not gonna sit around and say that protein powder tastes good. You can get flavors that taste good. Your favorite athlete's gonna wanna buy this protein powder, it tastes just like fucking Cocoa Puffs. At the end of the day, it's not. It is not gonna taste like Cocoa Pops. When I first started working out, now a place in Australia is Nutrition Warehouse, pretty popular. I went in looking for protein powder, looking for a pre-workout, whatever. The guy comes up and asks if I need any help, and I'm like, yeah, look, I'm just looking for a protein powder that like just tastes like something I could drink and not bat an eye, right? As one person would do. This guy comes up and he goes, yeah, grab this chocolate protein powder. It tastes just like chocolate milk. You're never gonna... That shit was horrible. It was fucking... I reckon I've still got it. I do. I probably shouldn't show it. But the shit wasn't good, right? Moral of the story, shit wasn't good. So don't buy a protein powder and expect it to taste like the thing. I personally don't drink protein shakes with just milk or with just water. I always put it in the shake. I would try and stray away from See, I would try and stray away from like cheap chocolate. Cheap chocolate's always gonna taste like doo-doo and like chalk. So I will say, don't be afraid to upgrade protein. Like go for the more expensive thing. Now I use ISO 100 Dynamize. It's a vanilla milkshake if I'm correct. Gourmet vanilla ice cream. Gourmet vanilla, whatever. That's this one here. Now, it's an American company, so it's gonna cost a lot more. I think this tub cost me about $110, which is pricey, right? Now, I'm not gonna be like, it's not like I'm sponsored, so it doesn't really matter. But normally when influencers say protein powder tastes exactly like vanilla or exactly like chocolate, they're normally sponsored by it, so who gives a shit? But I'm not sponsored by this, I'm not sponsored by anything. But I will say that this is pretty good. Like, it is really good, and I can drink it without like it tasting like chalk. Now I put it in a shake. Now, for example, if I put one of my other proteins in it, like that, I still have it, the chocolate one, this would just ruin the whole fucking shake. This actually kind of makes it better. It doesn't taste like straight vanilla, but it's probably the closest thing you'll get to like a alright tasting protein, right? Now this company does like the Fruity Pebbles and stuff like that. Now I've heard that's really good, but I actually haven't had it. But this thing is elite. This protein is elite, and I have had it in just like milk, and it tastes fine. Like, you could definitely smash that out. However, my rant is over. 2 scoops of that. Now it's just 25 grams a serving. That's 50 grams, right? So we can break it back down. This is the entire shake. We'll start with the protein powder. 50 grams straight up from the 2 scoops. I put 2 scoops in a bit, so it probably is closer to about 60. I put 2 scoops just then. The olive oil, 25 grams I put, which is a lot. That's probably pushing about 300, almost 300. Peanut butter, same there, probably 300, probably closer to 350. And then full cream milk. I believe a cup of this is 200 calories. Now, I don't actually know what a cup is. 250? I don't know. I put in about 500 mils, so that's about, I want to say, I don't know if I'm going to be way off or not, about 300, 400 calories. I'm not 100% sure. But at the end, we'll blend it now. At the end, probably totals to close to 900 calories. Not like your 1,100 calorie shakes. Those normally taste like shit. But if I added, for example, oats, that would probably bump it up a bit more. Now, this is like a shake where you like take a massive fucking mouthful, swallow it. Doesn't taste horrible. It doesn't taste the best, but you just drink it and forget. This is like a shake that you can't just smash down. So I'll blend it. All right, now that that's all blended up, I'm just chucking in a shaker cup, and well, I'm obviously not going to work, but I'm probably gonna play Fortnite and then just drink this. And this is normally my last meal of the day. I normally don't have anything to eat after work. I don't know, but yeah, I'll probably show the macros on the screen, but regardless, so you can tell by the consistency, probably when I was pouring it, it's not chunky at all, right? Yeah, it's not chunky at all. So it's something you can like smash down pretty quickly, but regardless, I think one thing to say on these things is I always see online, here's a easy, healthy, bulking shake that tastes exactly like this, and it's so good, and it's so, like, if you're making a bulking shake, like, I can't speak for cutting. I have cut before. Now I can say that cutting is much harder than bulking in my opinion, but also it obviously depends for the person, right? It's gonna be different for everyone. Now I've always been a skinny kid, so bulking was pretty hard for me. It's not too bad now because I've been doing it for a while, but I do want to touch on something like that. They're never going to be good. These shakes are never going to be good. Now, one thing I can say about bulking is the best way to bulk is this, liquid calories. This shit goes down like fucking butter, all right? So what I had before this, my 200 grams of beef and my 200 grams of rice, that's kept me full, right? And then I went to the gym. Now, if I have this, that's gonna keep me just as full, but I can probably have a meal with that as well. Like, I can have that and I can bust open something like quick and easy to eat, like maybe another 400 calorie snack. Liquid calories, what's up, right? They're easy to get down, but they're never going to taste good. Or obviously, it depends. But these disgusting bulking shakes are never going to taste good, right? It's just like the unfortunate reality that sometimes you just got to force down some food. Call it an eating disorder if you will, but sometimes you just got to force feed yourself. Back when I first started, this is proper bad. Like, I'd get to the end of the day, you know what, 600 calories left, and I'd come downstairs and just chug milk. So it's easy calories, right? You can just smash it in. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Good workout, good meal, good shake. Actually, I haven't had the shake yet, but it's a good shake. I've had it a couple times. How about every day? Thank you for watching. Hopefully I won't disappear for 4 months again. I had fun filming this, and I just keep forgetting that I'm having fun filming this, and then get all nervous and get all anxious and then never do this again. But hopefully this won't be sitting in my hard drive for 2 months and me neglecting to edit it. But anyways, thank you for watching. Yeah, see you next time.